What's up, everybody? This is the Anime Squad podcast. My name is Robbie.
And this is Omar.
And this is David.
And we're at week 5 of our weekly anime. Now, to start things off, I do want to mention that, unfortunately, no new episode of Upper Ranman due to, the pandemic going on with everything going on so far. Upper Ranman is still stuck on that 3rd episode. So, no new episode for that.
Yeah, which sucks.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone here is looking for, anticipating for the next episode.
Right?
It continues off, but we'll just have to wait until, they get back into work and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but
we're hoping that things are gonna go back to normal with Upper Ranman maybe next week or so. But as far as we know, gonna go through a hiatus. So for the time being, we're not gonna be able to talk about it because we don't have any new episodes to work with.
Press F in the chat.
All right, and so to officially kick things off, we have a new episode of Tower of God.
Yes.
So finally, the whole crown section is ended off here. We finally get the conclusion of what's going on with that trial, with the bonus trial, and in regards to the briefcase,
we finally figured out what it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Kun he pulls a trick on the squads they were fighting against in the first round.
Right.
And he just pops a copy of a crown, and then when they realize it's a fake and they're already sitting on the throne, he's like, "Oh, you mean these crowns?" And he just drops a whole bunch of crowns on the floor, revealing his secret. And I thought it was cool. We finally realized how he gets the candy bars.
Yes, when Rack, in the couple episodes prior, when Rack had a whole ton of candy bars right on his lap and he was eating them, how does he fit all those? I thought it was just kind of just a joke, but it turns out that it's actually incorporated into his main ability in the bag.
Not only is he fast, his suitcase actually copies stuff, which is cool. And then obviously the squad members, they were like, "Oh, you bamboozle us!" So we're super angry now. And and then Rock is like, "Blah! I can feel the power in here."
But it's crazy too because when he brought out all the crowns were all disintegrating. Yeah. So that kind of begs the question: wait, were all the candy bars that Rack was eating did they all disappear in his stomach?
True, huh? Yeah. Maybe that's Kun's power is you keep it there for a while, ease his appetite, and then it'll probably dissolve, fake his body or something.
Yeah.
But it was cool, and obviously they wiped the floor on.
Oh yeah.
Of the squad members.
Rack and Kun, they were just going ham with with all of them.
Yeah, so there was no challenge to that. But now Bam is stuck at the throne, sitting with the crown.
I'd argue if he's stuck there, it's just more so that they just kind of naturally fit in that role.
True. Not like the last person stuck there.
Yeah, I know, right? Looking at you, Anuk.
And while the Joy Wheeler looking character, he's like, "Yeah, did you guys see that?" And they didn't care. They're like, "I'm either meditating or I'm tired."
I mean, to be fair, they were already kind of just thinking, you know what, we're not gonna participate or anything. We're just gonna stick around.
Yeah, they got DQ'd and stuff. So.
Yeah.
And then the next round starts, and then my boy Kun, I didn't know the blue. I thought at first the blue string, the blue.
Oh, when he ties this.
I thought it was part of his hair. So when he popped it out to tie it in a ponytail, I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, that's what it was." I thought it was
it's a hair tie that he just kind of has it hanging on his head.
I thought it was just hair.
Yeah, that's what we all thought. Yeah, it was just hair. But no.
He just ties it in a ponytail, and then he tells Rag, he's like, "All right, you can chill for this one." And he's like, "What? What do you mean, turtle?"
It's we got backup, and it turns out they do got backup.
Yeah, it was a shock because the 3 squads that show up, which I guess were a bunch of nobodies. They were trying to form an alliance into let's all work together to get this guy out of here.
And one of them was like, "Nope,
nope, we're not with you. We're actually the people with the crown. We're with Kun.
We were the spies. We infiltrated this."
And it was cool. And I like that though, because I didn't see that coming. He was like, I guess Kun was like hiding them, and they reveal like where those people came from. They were in his suitcase the whole time.
Yeah.
So like, a couple episodes back when Kun walks through the water and his suitcase gets stuck, it was actually because of those 3 people that he rescued during the battle royale part.
I guess they weren't really like meant to be chosen, quote unquote. So Kun basically forced them to come with them.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's super cool. And even the inspector guy, he even picked it up too. He was like, "Oh, you have a heavy load with you today."
Yeah.
Which is crazy. So they ended up beating the floor of the other 2 squads, and then they DQ themselves going back into their cells, which was super cool.
Yeah.
And then we get to see, the final round, which was intense.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so the three robed individuals showed up, and they were actually helping Bam and Kun and Rak, but Kun was like, I don't know why they're helping us, It's really weird.
I like how Rak, he was like, is this also part of your plan? I was like, no, I didn't set this up.
I did not account for this at all.
I already put all my cards in the table.
Yeah, and then this assassin, this I like to call her the female assassin from Half-Life. She just shows up with a stick and just starts doinking everybody in the head.
Yeah, you know what she also reminded me of? Like, I don't know if you play League of Legends. She reminded me of Jax. And he also has a staff like that, like a lantern in the end. That's what it reminded me of, like her fight style.
I see that, yeah.
So it was pretty cool seeing her fight. And we don't know who this mysterious character is, but she's mopping the floor, everybody.
Yeah, and then with the and so 2 of the hooded characters actually inadvertently get like revealed and stuff. The first one being the brown-haired girl with the little horn. Yeah.
On the cover. We don't know her name yet.
We don't know her name yet, but we just know that she's right there, on the poster. Just pointed that out right now.
Yeah, and she's a cocky little one.
Yeah.
She thinks she's all that, and I guess she is. She got there and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And then obviously the other girls, Rachel.
Rachel.
And then they keep on fighting. There's a part where Kun's fighting that 2-sworded guy, and I think he kills him.
Oh right, when he just throws his bag, like all the knives in his bag, and just it all comes down, and he slashes his back and stuff. That was intense.
Yeah, bro. I was like, oh damn, that's crazy. And then I guess
all this while this assassin is just doinking everybody.
Yeah, she's just mopping the floor, everybody. Even like the ones protecting Bam and them, they were holding on their own. But then this mysterious character, she's just so fast.
Yeah, like I said, she's like a female assassin from Half-Life. She's just using just a stick to doink everybody.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then like later on, freaking Bam can't control himself. He's like,
oh yeah.
He's like, Rachel, is that you? Like, talk to me, girl.
Like that was pretty much like, again, it's no secret that was basically Bam's whole reason for like even wanting
doing all this.
Climbing the towers is to reunite with Rachel. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and obviously the assassin girl takes the opportunity to do for the opening shot to get the crown and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then the girl she doinks Rachel. and then Bam's like, no, don't doink Rachel, and she blops.
He gets off the throne, doesn't care about the crown or anything, and just like protects Rachel.
I know.
And then that's when he goes full on like Super Saiyan.
Oh yeah. That surprised me too. I was like, oh, what is this power does Bam have? I guess like he lost conscious, didn't know who he was, and then.
Yeah.
That happens when you get doinked in the head.
Spirit of energy, yeah.
It was cool though. It was cool. And obviously they lost.
They lost, but at least
no one won though.
Yeah, no one won.
Because
no one else won. Everybody lost.
So that means he loses his sword.
Oh yeah, that's true. Because of the whole bet.
The whole bet.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Well, to be fair, that wasn't really his sword. That was the princess's sword.
She's gonna be mad though.
Well, maybe. We'll see.
You think she'll forgive him?
I think so, because she finds him adorable. So she's like, "Oh man, you're too cute to hate on."
Yeah, because we see them later on, like when the round the King of Hell game ends, and then they're still trying to find a way to freaking.
And the Pillar Man here shows up.
Yeah, this We didn't get his name either, huh?
Just call him Tiny.
Alright, yeah, Tiny shows up with the big old tiger scar. You know, that's fitting now that I think about it.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, we still can't find it. Where is he? And then obviously, what else happens?
Bam gets sent to the hospital. They're recovering. So all in all, this is again basically it's what it is. It's the conclusion to this whole game. Lies have been uncovered.
Yeah.
And questions have been answered. New questions been raised. And then Willy Wonka here.
Yeah, because like the inspectors, I guess they were seeing what was so special about Bam and them, and he keeps like they reveal what Bam's true potential was with the power, and that was cool because like, when he revealed his power, like
yeah.
It burned, it disintegrated the crown, so no one can win.
Not only the crown, but the masked girl also like gets her eye taken off.
Oh yeah, it's true, and she's a redhead.
And she's a redhead, yeah. Isn't it crazy though? Because she had both her eyes before her reveal was like happened, and then after, like, right when the reveal happened was when she lost that eye.
Yeah.
What a way to reveal her character.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
and they really went in full detail on the eye cut.
Oh, I know, with the blood gushing out from there.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
We will see.
Moving
Yeah,
on
all
forward.
around solid episode.
Yeah,
it's
good episode.
Good episode. We'll see like what the next cliffhanger cliffhanger wise.
Oh,
Rachel shows up in the end.
Like,
yeah.
I'm actually Rachel.
So now
but I
we
need
get
a favor.
Yeah, so now we get to see kind of like where this cliffhanger will lead up to, if Bam will actually get to see Rachel or not. We'll find out next episode.
And they also teased that that character that the investigators were talking about. I guess he comes up later on, like Ukai or something.
Oh, Urich, yeah, Urich.
Yeah, Urich.
Yeah, we don't know anything about him, so we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. All right, and then now moving on to our next episode of anime, we got Gleipnir.
Gleipnir.
All right, so right off the bat, this episode is the power of friendship.
Yes. Or you mean
Starts
power
off-
scaling?
Power scaling, yeah, and what better way to start this off than with a female version of the main character? Because she totally looks like if you compare her to Shuichi, they look like the same character, except one has boobs and the other one doesn't.
Yeah, it's weird. Maybe if they changed the hair color for her, maybe give her own character.
Yeah.
But it's like you said, she looks like the female version of the MC. It's kind of like Grand Blue Fantasy. You got.
But then we also got the gorilla in the opening show up, so that's cool.
Yeah, so we'll see. But they tease that fight in the beginning. It's like this gorilla posse versus her.
Yeah.
So they just show them for like a minute, but we don't say well.
But that's not the point of the episode, though.
No.
No. The point of the episode is the fact that Shuichi and Claire go on an adventure in the forest.
Find some coins, like
find
Sonic.
I was gonna say a pirate, but that works too.
Because you know how Sonic, he's sometimes in Green Hill and then going to get some rings.
Yeah, get rings and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, so
they're planning like where to find coins and stuff like that, and then they wonder are we
gonna meet into any kooky characters?
Yeah, any interesting gatherers they call them.
Yeah.
But what if there's humans?
Well, that's the thing though. Like all the gatherers basically say that okay, so this territory, there's literally no other reason to be here other than to
get coins.
And then Omar, you said that. What if we want to go sightseeing? I mean that makes sense, but I don't think the gatherers really care much about that.
Yeah, so
they're a very no tourists allowed kind of thing.
Yeah, so they're just planning out their moves and stuff. How we gonna approach them, or they gonna approach us? How we gonna do this? And Claire, how Claire is. She's like head on.
Claire is just full head. I mean, again, she's a yandere character, so she's just straight up. They notice weird smoke or whatever. Oh, Shuichi does, he notices the smell.
The smell like the other gatherers, I guess.
And then they immediately just go into attack position. Claire takes her clothes off, and Shuichi transforms, gets inside of Shuichi, and then they're like.
And then we get introduced to Sambe.
Sambe. also known as Chad. not the meme Chad, but just again Chad from Bleach, because that's basically who he is. Because he's like they meet up with him. They're like, hey, you know, it's like we're just here to find coins or whatever. And then he's like, I don't care about coins.
I care about
I care
power.
about getting stronger.
I need to get stronger. I want to fight a worthy opponent.
It's like, you know these hands right here? Oh man, they're blade hands. They're like shooting.
Yeah, he's so like edgelord looking dude.
His face is a straight up skull with blades for hands. He looks like the final. He looks like the first phase of a final boss.
So yeah, they obviously gotta test each other's powers, so they duke it out for a bit, and then Sanbei is like, "Oh, you okay? You okay with these abilities? But you're not as strong as me."
No, we need to test out our power. And then Claire talks. You know, she only reveals that there's only one of them. And keep in mind, that's a very, very important plot point. The fact that Sanbei thinks that there's only one person in there, right?
Oh, yeah.
So when she talks, he's like, "Oh, man, it's a girl. Man, I didn't want to fight a girl, but you know, it's unfortunate. I guess I gotta fight you."
Yeah, because normal humans weak.
Yeah.
I need to fight.
Even before he transformed, like even before he got this form, he used to he was basically like Jotaro. He
just beat up dudes for fun.
Yeah.
So they continue the fight, and then I think Claire, she shoots him.
Yeah, like they get pushed back a little bit, and then they're like, okay, let's try the gun. The gun worked last time with the runner.
You got sights, but I got a gun.
Yeah, and then we get to the age old question, you know, guns versus swords. But you know, guns made a dent, but still.
Yeah, I guess he was impressed with that too, because
he literally transforms back and be like, hey, that was really cool. You hurt my arm right here.
Major respect.
Yeah, like this guy is is really cool because he's just all about the honor, you know, and he's just like he's okay. So I have to mention this right now. He looks like he's calling himself a college student, a sophomore in university. So he's like 19, 20 at most. Dude looks like he's 35.
He's just that swole, man.
Yeah. That's also another reason why I want to call him, why I compare him to Chad, because Chad is the same thing in Bleach. Like, he's a 15-year-old, but he looks like he's, in his 30s. The same thing with Sanbei here. Like, he looks like he's close to being 40.
And then Sanbei does his,
Voldo pose.
Yeah, his Voldo pose to do his, ultimate move, which is look like a power wave.
Yeah.
And they get, Claire, and then they get knocked out, somewhere.
Yeah, they're just running away at this point. The reason why, again, it all comes to play later in the same scene, because then it finds out that what was it? Shuichi's he's Sanbei is all ready for that ultimate attack, and then right when he does it, it's Shuichi or Claire, they grab him. And it's like, oh, what are you doing? You know that I'm really strong, right? I can literally cut you right here.
Yeah, cut you in half, boy. Girl.
Yeah. Girl, I could cut you in half.
Yeah, what are you
and
doing?
right, that point, you see Claire with the big old gun.
Yeah, it looks funny when she's holding when it's her holding the big gun.
Yeah, and so she corners him, and he's just thinks wait a minute, how is the suit remote controlled or something?
Yeah, it's
and then he talks and he finds out wait a minute, there's two of you. Oh man, you're grabbing onto me. But wait, if you shoot that thing, that's my favorite pose. It's when he imagines her shooting the gun, her whole body just straight up arches all the way back because of the recoil. We should just hypothetically just kill her, but
right? Yeah, because in real life, if you shoot a deagle, if you don't have a good firmament, it's gonna doink you in the head.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so in general, he realizes okay, you know what?
He's cornered.
I'm just gonna transform back, and Shuichi still grabs him, kind of cracks his back.
Yeah,
oh my God.
even though he already admitted defeat, he's like,
we got a new ally, and you're already killing him. Wow.
Yeah.
No, I mean, turns out he's alive. You know, he's like, okay, I respect your power. I understand, and
yeah, very warrior-like of him.
Very much so. It's okay, this manly. Yeah. It's all about the the man code pretty much.
Yeah.
He's like, why can't you put the clothes on?
Yeah, he gets embarrassed
Yeah.
because after a while, Claire's still half naked, and he's like, "Girl, can you put some clothes on? This is uncomfortable conversation we're having." And then out of nowhere, this Attack on Titan looking monster comes out of nowhere. Got to recolor because he escaped from the island.
Oh god. Yeah, and no, and what makes it creepier is like when he's there and he's taking pictures and stuff, he licks like Claire on the phone. I'm like, oh my god, it's fucking gross.
Really nasty.
It's ugly, ugly man monkey thing.
Yeah, so he tries to threaten Claire, and then
He's like, hey, we're gonna make you feel real special, girl.
yeah. You decide to go back to the human world, I will find you, no matter what.
Like, look at these parts. That's my territory.
Yeah, marking the
With the
territory.
marking, but not in that way, thankfully. He has actual legitimate marks. And then that's when Sanbei's like, oh, so you're an actual scum. And he transforms, and then immediately just slices him in half.
Slices him out like a cake.
Yeah. when they show the body of the Attack on Titan dude, like, he just looks like two different people.
Yeah, if only it was that easy to kill Titan.
Alright.
But yeah, and that's pretty much it. We get just Sanbei in this episode. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's a fun character. I was really hoping that, like, okay, they don't kill him off, and we actually get to see more of him. So that, thankfully, that's our wish is granted.
Yeah, so we got another.
We get another party member.
That's cool. So but I'm looking forward to, like, what in the beginning of the episode where it left off with the gorilla posse versus that girl.
Gorilla versus female MC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what that happens. And then that's pretty much it on that episode.
Yep.
Up here.
All right, and now we move on to our next anime on the list, Princess Connect Redive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
To start off, Yuki gets sick.
Yes. Poor him.
Oh man, poor MC.
Yeah, he got a cold.
Hey, but the ducky shows up though, right, David?
The ducky makes a cameo from last episode.
Yeah.
Because I guess he took a bath at night or something. Maybe that's how he got sick. So obviously, the girls, they try to cure him.
Yeah, they give him like home remedies and stuff, and of course it has to have bugs in it because
That's the real cure.
Kokoro and Pecorine, they're cool. They're cool with bugs. But Carol's like, no!
That's
Stop with the bugs! Take him to a hospital!
We need to help him for real. None of this voodoo magic y'all doing.
Hey, speaking of voodoo magic though, they go into this shady looking hospital.
Yeah, man, the more you look into it, the more, like, in the episode, the more I was like, this is an asylum. This ain't no hospital no more.
I mean, like, the attendants are cute though, like, but I mean, that's kind of to be expected. Again, Princess Connect has a whole bunch of cute girls, but in general though, they bring them in, and they're like, oh, okay, head to the exam room, and then the doctor, the one-eyed doctor, she tests him and stuff, like, checks his temperature, checks to see if he has any markings and stuff, and
then lo and behold, they find his rash on his chest, and they
I straight up thought when they were looking at his rash, they were like, it was like, oh, we gotta head to the operating room. He's gonna feel 30% better after this.
Like, straight into the ER.
Yeah.
Give me my scalpel. Like, what? It's just a rash.
They put him down too with like with all these different, like, these chains. Well, not chains.
Look like a torture bed.
Yeah, torture bed. Yeah.
And then obviously the girls get scared. Like, what are they doing to him? And it's like, oh, I'm pretty sure this is part of the procedure. Like, no. And then Kokorine, she wants to do everything she can for her.
She's doing like witch doctor shit and stuff, and she has like all these like different like mantras and stuff, and smoke coming out, and Pecorine and Carol's like, no, step out of it.
You gotta admire that though, because she doesn't want to just sit around and wait. She's like, I gotta do everything I can. Kind of like a mother would, and she's like, I'm hijo.
Yeah, she's like the mama bird.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool seeing that, and then we get a cameo from the guy from last episode,
the bubble bass from two episodes ago.
Yeah.
He lost a lot of weight. I straight up thought it was just like he just basically went from Bubble Bash to Dalsum now.
Yeah, it's so crazy. I was like, I didn't even know who the characters was until like the only thing that's resembling of him is the nose.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, that's crazy. And then he explains to the girl, he's like, this ain't no hospital.
This is a prison.
This is a prison. I don't want to be here. This is my chance to escape.
No, to be fair though, like some of the tells that you can see that's like, okay, something's not right, are all the blood markings on the wall.
Yeah, the blood hands on the wall.
No
blood,
one questions it at all.
blood trail. That's why I'm like, this is an asylum. This ain't no hospital, bro. Crazy. And then we get to just what do they call it? The destroyer.
Yeah, Eriko.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The destroyer shows up and she comes in.
An axe and everything.
With her favorite quotes. He.
She drags the axe too, like all over the asylum. So you might wonder like, how much do they have to pay for when it comes to flooring repairs? It scratches all over the floor, like whenever she walks and stuff. But yeah,
it puts more character in this asylum.
That's so, yeah. Especially with all the blood hands and stuff.
Yeah. So that the nurse girl, she tells them to leave. You know, it's gonna be a while till he's fine.
Right? Yeah. Oh, he's totally fine.
So they go back to the cafe. Like, "Alright, don't sweat. You know, he'll probably be fine."
And then we get more scenes of Eriko just kind of like walking through the town, and because what happened was that this isn't her first introduction. Like, she actually showed up like again a couple episodes prior when she was like, you know, fatigued.
Yeah, they didn't explain why she was on the floor though.
No, I mean we just assumed that like, she didn't eat or anything, and so Yuki was there, gave her a rice ball, and so ever since then she was like just fell in love with him, you know.
Yeah, she's like, that's my love, that's my chosen one.
And then we have like the scene right here where she like goes into like a fortune teller thing. That was kind of like, I guess it was just kind of like.
I guess it's just that character because, you know, I'm like pretty sure, like, you know, obviously all the cute girls are like important.
Yeah, again, it's app game, so we get introduced to our fortune teller and the fortune teller's dad, which is actually the crystal, the skull.
Yeah. And then obviously the destroyer's not having any of that. She was like, no. I think you guys are a bunch of phonies. Told me my fortune already. Yeah. And then Skull was like, wait. I know your fortune. You're the guy you love. You'll see him soon. And he was like, and she's like, oh really? She goes full yandere. And then like she strolls down to the town where all these thieves are and just wails on each one of them.
I love how they're just like, hey, drink with me! Hey, come on! Look, I found you my Cinderella! And then she takes like the treasures of like the last guy, and she's like, okay, I guess I'll take this now.
Yeah, just nonchalant, like, casually walking down the city and stuff. And then she goes back to her asylum thing, and then she finds him, and then very creepily stares him down for like, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I don't know for how long.
Yeah, this basically just transforms into like a horror movie where like Eriko's just right there. He's breathing really hard. He's like
help me. He can't say it because he doesn't know what to say, and she's just like hee.
Yeah, it also doesn't help that he has the mentality of like a 3-year-old. So he's a literal like scared little kid.
Yes.
And everyone's like, "Hello, good morning, everybody," and they're just all thinking about like, "Hey, I wonder if Yuki's okay and everything." And they're like, "Okay, let's
go check on him."
Yeah.
Yeah. It must have been like a day or so.
Yeah, it must have been a day because it pretty much went from like day to sunset, and then Eriko, like that same morning, Eriko tried to feed him like, you know, rice porridge and stuff. And...
Yeah. Poor man.
And then the thieves show up, and they're like, "Hey, come on!"
Gerbeck are still. Why would you steal from us, thieves?
Oh, that makes sense. Then we find the true identity of what this place even is, and it's actually a guild house.
Yeah, the guild's called the Twilight Caravan. Cool name. And then they show who each member, what they do and stuff. So you got the Destroyer, and then they do their special moves. The One-Eyed Demon.
Yeah.
Which is actually the doctor, and then I forget the witch's name. What was her name?
The Collector.
Oh.
Yeah, the Collector.
Interesting. I guess it collects patience.
Yeah. No relation to Mortal Kombat.
No, not at all. Yeah, so I guess the girls find out that ain't no regular hospital,
And the funny thing is, like, when they took out all the goons that were like waiting outside the hospital, they literally just brought them in just so that like the one-eyed doctor could just like experiment on them pretty much. It's like, oh my god, look at all these guinea pigs, and like right when she was just like, oh my god, they sneak in, like our heroes sneak into the hospital to try to rescue Yuki. They find out that the Eriko's right there, the most dangerous one's right there.
Yeah, the most creepy one.
Literally about to put like a blood pact.
That ring is creepy, man.
It is. I don't want that thing anywhere near my finger.
It's like just squirming around. Man, it's nasty.
Oh man, when it moves, especially like, ugh. It looks like a whole bunch of insect legs.
And so the girls come up with the plan. They're like, all right, Kokoro, I need you to do that voodoo magic again.
like make it so that it looks like it's a safety hazard.
Yeah, it looks like.
So she pours out like all the weird like mandragoras and bugs and everything like into the thing, and she's like, oh, okay, I gotta find out where the dank smell's coming from.
Yeah.
And then they bust like a Saving Private Ryan, and then they try to like bust him out and everything.
Yeah, but then she finds out like no one's there, and then Kokoro safely escapes from that room.
Yeah.
Very cute.
Oh yeah, when she escapes, it's like the most adorable little escape I've ever seen.
Like,
where she's like
slowly falling down, gliding down. It's so cute.
Adorable. And then when Pecorine and Carol, Yuki's just like PTSD right there, like breathing all heavy and
it's
stuff.
like, don't send me back there. They don't know what to do. They're cornered, literally cornered.
And then right when everything was about to look bleak, Carol takes one for the team.
Yep, she took one for the team. she plays dead.
Yeah, that's some really good character development, because we literally went from her trying to assassinate Pecorine and stuff to
not caring about the game.
Yeah,
to
stuff. Joining the team and like taking one. So that's awesome. And then like Pecorine and like pushing
trying her
Yuki
best.
out.
Yuki looking like he's dead. But yeah, they happily, Pecorine and him, they escape, but
Poor Carol.
She was trapped.
She's a new specimen.
But she gives the signal to Pecorine and says, hey, it's gonna be alright.
Terminator 2 style.
Thumbs up.
And then they take him to a real doctor.
A real hospital.
Okay. You just have a rash.
Give it a few days. It'll heal by itself.
Wait, but what about that lady over there? It's like, oh, that doctor. And she's very eccentric, but she knows her stuff.
Yeah, because technically she did cure him.
Yeah.
And
she said you'll feel 30% better. But of course, we had to end off the episode with a sad note, and we see the memories of Carol.
Like she died or something.
Thumbs up and everything.
I thought that was a cool shot. But yeah, that was the whole episode. I loved it. Every episode out of this show just makes me more surprised and
I know, like it's again, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but it's definitely it's deceptively charming.
Yeah.
Very much so. All right. Now moving on from Princess Connect over to our top 3 is BNA. Now, before we start things off with this week's episode, I do want to mention that since between last week and now, all the episodes of BNA have been out. Yeah. So we're already have all 12 episodes. However, due to length of time and everything like that, we want to keep the weekly episodes as they are, weekly episodes.
Yeah.
So we're not going to be talking about all 7 of the BNA episodes that have all come out since then.
Yeah, we'll treat it like normal weekly anime stuff.
I feel like that's appropriate, especially considering kind of what it is. So, in the future, if you guys are watching all these podcasts, just splice them up, and then it'll feel kind of like that. But yeah. So anyway, moving on to
the
episode itself, episode 5 for BNA. We start off with basketball, and kind of like why Michiru isn't transforming into a human. She said it's basically like wearing high heels, so it's like, oh, I gotta dress formally, so I guess it kind of proves that it kind of takes a little bit out of you when you transform into a human.
Yeah, so Bat was like, oh, interesting.
Yeah. So she's basically waiting on legit becoming human and not just to simply transform into a human.
Yeah, so
That's what I assume it is.
But
as she's talking about like, hey, don't you guys do basketball here in Anima City? And so
or sports in general.
yeah, and so the lady that she's staying with the rooster, she's like, oh, I don't know much about these sports, and so she takes her to a baseball game. She's like, hey, this isn't basketball, this is baseball.
Like, isn't it a ball that you chase for? It's the same concept, girl. Live with it.
Yeah, and so like in the game that she's watching, you know, we see the flamingos versus the bears.
The Bears. Oh, I love the Bears, man.
Oh, the Burrs.
The bears.
Oh, they're the Bears, man.
They don't know how to spell.
Those jerks didn't spell them right. So
yeah, and so when she passes the ball back, because like, you know, the ball made it into the audience seat, she passes it, and then immediately the catcher's like
spinning around because, you know, Mitra,
spinning to winning.
She throws it like a maniac.
Yeah, and the little Tanuki kid's like, "Wah!
That was crazy."
Miracle ball.
And then we see this game playing, and then we find out that the Flamingo girls are cheating.
Yeah, they're heavy cheaters. they're like the bullies from Mean Girls or something. They're just like the popular girls, the flamingos.
Yeah, she straight up kills a guy.
Yeah, and then Mari shows up again, but only for like a little bit. She's literally just saying like, "Oh, who are you betting on?" It's like, "What are you talking about?" It's like that's when we find out that this isn't just a normal baseball game.
Yeah, like everyone in Animal City, they
was pointing out the fact it's Burrs. B-E-R.
Everyone in Animal City gambles on the baseball games.
Yeah, so they're making money.
Yeah, so they're not here for the love of the game.
The smell of the game, you mean? Because they're animals. Oh no!
Anyways, so the Bears pitch it. This is their time to pitch, and the Flamingo girl just straight up kills Winnie the Pooh, like hit like face first into that baseball.
Rest in peace, Winnie the Pooh.
So the Tanuki girl, the catcher, she's like, "Hey, coach,
we need a new player.
We need another pitcher." And she's like, "Screw you. Let's get that girl on the stand." And she's like, "What? Me?" I was like, "Don't worry. We got a whole uniform change for you. You got this." So she's up to pitch now, and then we get to see the power arm she could throw. But the Flamingo girls don't.
Oh, they straight up just make fun of her.
Yes.
She's just like, "Oh, you suck."
It's like, "You did not see my pitch earlier." Whoa, bam!
Oh, there goes your feathers.
Which is crazy.
I wonder how that would
It's
affect
funny
her.
too, because the pitcher she don't catch those balls. Like, it goes like beneath her mitt and stuff.
Yeah, but like whenever she throws it, she like literally transforms into like a bear, pretty much like a legit bear. Just throws it.
Yeah, so she strikes them out like easily.
Wipes the floor.
Yep. And then
So the Bears won.
and the Bears win, baby.
And Winnie the Pooh gets to live another day. Then we find out more about like kind of like what the whole thing is with the gambling, baseball gambling and stuff like that. How it's like a huge thing. It's more of an underground thing. This all basically ties back to the mafia, though.
Yep.
I don't know if it's like the family, like like Mr. Flip's mafia group in general, but yeah. And so if we finally get to see like a little bit more into what's going on with the bears and stuff, and like where they live, and they live in shanty towns pretty much.
They live in the slums.
Yeah, the straight up slums. You see the water and stuff, and it's all just like mud and
Dookie
sewage.
Yeah, so it's pretty sad for them, but and they're like, baseball is all we have,
Yeah.
Typical sports cliches, like, this is everything for us. Like, you gotta join our team.
We gotta win. We want to win the championship. And she's at first she was like, no, I'm not gonna join. But then she looks into like the distance. She notices all the trash and the slums and how bad everything looks. She's like, okay, you know what?
Let's do this.
I'll give you guys a hand. I'll help.
And then basically this whole episode becomes the baseball episode.
It's straight up a baseball episode. Their next opponents are like the Buffaloes, and they're these like burly like bulls and like again buffalo bison and a bear. This teddy bear, he just like hits like casually. He gets first base, and And you see like the coach and stuff. He's also not the most helpful.
Yeah, because you know.
What's up with that?
Yeah, because
I barely noticed that the drinks he drinks, because he also drinks.
Oh yeah, he drinks
They're
beer.
different alcohol.
Yeah, so the first one he was drinking was Miller Lite, and now it's like Heineken.
Yeah, Heineken, and then later on he drinks like dry beer.
Yeah, Asahi.
Yeah, so like he basically makes the team throw the game, but then Michiru, she's like
Michiru's like not having any of it. So
Yeah.
like she goes into bare hands, and then right when she runs, her legs start turning into cheetah legs.
yeah, so she's running. She's taking it all the way home.
Yep.
Home base.
She brings back the cheetah.
To at one point she's outrunning the ball.
Yeah.
That's getting thrown at. And then that they win that.
They win the match, but then we find out that little megalobox shenanigans are going on, and we find out that the coach is actually paid whenever they lose.
Yeah.
With this piglet-looking dude right here, not Mr. Flip, but whoever this guy is.
Probably like his henchman.
I know, right? He's like, oh, you could be winning money, but if you win, we're gonna kick your butt.
Yeah, we're gonna torture you until you get it through your thick skull that you have to lose.
Yep.
And then Wolfbat shows up. He's not in much in this episode.
No, Shiro is just working in the background.
Yeah, he just tells him, "Hey, you know the smell of the game? You remember that, coach?" And he's like, "What game?"
We're beastmen. We have honor.
So they play another game. Okay. I forget who they play against.
The next team they play. Well, we got a flashback first off. We got a flashback of Coach, and it's how he went from like loving baseball to like being discriminated. He's basically like their version of Jackie Robinson.
Dude, you know what animal he transformed to though?
I have no idea.
I thought at first it was a donkey, but I don't know.
What's up with us and donkeys?
I don't know, man. Hey, I'm sorry, man.
But anyway, we'll find out. We'll put it in the screen. Bam! There you go. It's in the screen. You can see it.
But then the coach, he's trying to throw it again, so he replaces Michiru to pitch. And puts like a random
Right field. Yeah, he puts him in right field. And so basically, he doesn't want her anywhere near like the starring thing. But despite that, she uses her cheetah legs to swoop by and catch the ball, which is amazing.
Yeah, which is like she's kind of cheating at some points. She literally stretched her arm way up top to catch a ball.
Hey, Michael Jordan did the same thing too in Space Jam, and nobody complained about that. Okay, I'm just saying. This is basically Space Jam.
Yeah, but the thing is that she's gonna get caught.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah, Wolfbat mentions it to her. He's like, "Hey, you gotta stop using all your powers like that. People are gonna catch on. You might get some people."
You might get experimented on. It's bad enough you were originally human living in Anima City.
Yeah, because your appearance is Tanuki, but your arms suddenly transform into a bear, and
Yeah,
then
she's
the
basically
leg
like
thing.
she's basically like the BNA version of like a Persona protagonist that could use multiple personas. It's like, how could you do that when everybody else only has one persona?
Beast Boy.
Oh, Beast Boy, yeah.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
Beast Boy.
Well, it's mainly because of the fact that everyone else can transform into an animal,
Yeah.
but she could transform into multiple different animals.
Yeah, and then we see the coach getting tortured again because he didn't learn. He didn't listen.
He did listen though. He didn't know
You're
that
supposed to lose, coach.
he just didn't know that like he had an OP person. Like,
So they almost kill him, drowning him, and then the Bears make it to the finals.
oh my god, and they fight. The Beastmen that they fight are basically the Beastmen from Gurren Lagann. The Gurren Lagann Beastmen.
Hey, they're cool. They have cool designs.
Yeah, like the dude with the muzzle and stuff, with the spiked bat.
Yeah, I like his bat. His bat was cool. It was like
The bat breaks apart and the shards like to go for her.
yeah, that's crazy. But then they kill the panda bear.
Oh, panda!
And then like
The mole.
the mole guy Shoryuken's the freaking
The
other
dog
guy.
with the mace, like, oh, like, what? How is this all legal?
They don't care. People love watching this stuff. They're all just gambling to see who wins. But then she finds out and she's like,
They were sold out.
yeah, they were being a bunch of sellouts because the mafia, the family also came up to them and was like, hey, we got money for you too if you throw the game. And then they cried their heart out. I was like,
Like, come on, we were born into a poor family. Like, all this like we don't know what it's like, you know, to struggle, you know, like this is real. And then the coach, he just straight up just goes into the pizza parlor that the mafia was based off of.
yeah, everyone's bets apparently.
Yeah.
And he just steals it all away, and I guess he has a big mouth, and everyone in the
Oh, yeah.
audience finds out about
They
it.
start throwing their trash.
Yep, and then Mitra, she's just playing by herself, like throwing the ball back and forth. Which is a pretty cool scene. I actually like that.
It's a powerful motivational scene.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's like when you're playing by yourself and you have a tennis ball and you're just throwing the ball back and forth, catching it.
Yeah, a little like that one scene in Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the ping pong, yeah.
Yeah.
And so the bears get motivated, and even the enemy team is like, let's do this then.
Alright, we got this bat that can spin.
Yeah, that mouse character, he looked cool.
Yeah, like, that's the thing, everybody in that enemy team looked cool. They looked like they came from Gurren Lagann. But then the coach, you know, Shiro catches him. He's like, I'm sorry, I took the money. And then he has a radio, like, showing, like, you know, what's going on and how, like, the Bears are, like, actually, like, you know, winning. And he just gets that flashback, to the point where he became a baseball fan.
Yeah, what made him a baseball fan, the thrill
that was emotional.
baseball. Yeah.
That was emotional. And then he breaks down. He's like, oh, God.
It was like watching a sports movie.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, and then, like, pretty much everybody that didn't even pay for the game starts illegally trying to watch it.
Yeah, it must be lucky to be a bear. You can just fly and see it from aerial view.
Right?
And then we see the coach. He
comes back, and then he's like, just do it! Just do it!
Do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. So, you know.
Oh, and then the mafia, they try to confront like the coach, and Shiro like intercepts them, and the goons like immediately just like boom boom breaks apart the guns.
Like Batman.
Yeah.
It was so cool. It was like over within a second.
Yeah.
But in the end, Wolfpack's like, nah, I'm not here gonna stop.
I'm also betting.
Yeah.
I'm betting. And then there's President Rufus Shinra here,
Yep.
looking at like, you know, what's going on and stuff. Like, oh, this is very interesting.
That's the thing Wolfpack was telling her. It's like, hey, you got eyes if you keep doing that stuff. And, you know, they tease that again. Him seeing all that. But, you know, unfortunately.
Did they lose?
Yeah,
they lost. Yeah.
Unfortunately, the Bears lose. But it was a close game, 21-20. And then, but everyone's.
But they got heroes!
Yeah, they're the underdogs. They're the Cinderella story.
I don't want to be like Cinderella. I might cut that out. But anyway.
The monster guy, he's like, here's your cut. Like, you lost. Good job. And then he's like,
I refuse.
I don't need the money.
I don't want to gamble. I want to play baseball.
Yep. I want to play for the game.
Yeah.
The smell of the game.
Because they're animals.
But yeah, that's basically it. You know, it was just like some people might call it filler, but you know, it's just a little fun episode.
Absolutely, it gave a lot more character to kind of like the inner workings of like the sports, I guess, department of the you know of Anima City.
Yeah, so it was cool. It was like more world building.
More world building, which is never a bad thing. And it was a fun episode with a lot of fun animation, especially with that final team. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was really cool.
They're great.
So overall, good episode, and you know, even if it was filler, it was still good.
Absolutely. All right, and now the next anime we're gonna be heading on to is Sing Yesterday for Me.
Do I have to sing it to you? No, just kidding.
So good. This episode focuses on a character that when we saw the thumbnail for it, we thought it was the main character, like Rikuo.
With a beard?
No, it's
a whole new
another photographer. Another photographer character that's that Rikuo is kind of not too keen on.
Yeah. His name's Minato.
Yeah.
And
He's like, hey, these pictures, like, he meets we found out that Rikuo is
got
now
a new job.
got a new job. Well, he's still working at the convenience store, but
Yeah,
he's
two
now,
jobs.
He's 2 jobs. He's working as a freelance photographer, and he realizes that, wait a minute, you know what? There's some competition. There's some people that are actually might definitely be better than me.
Yeah.
And he finds out.
So he has a lot to prove.
Yeah.
And
then we find out our new character for
Minato.
this, Minato. Yeah.
Yeah. So interesting character.
Yeah, we find out more about him. We find out that he's basically like the same age as Haru. How he is very technical when it comes to photography. Like, he knows his stuff. Like, he never.
It's cool how he explains each what each photograph means to him. And stuff like that. And so it's cool. The more the episode went on, the more I grew up. I grew to Minato.
You grew up with him.
I wish.
But when Haru shows up into the scene, then Minato's like, "Hey, you're Haru, right?" And she's like, "Did we meet before?" And then right when the 3 of them decided to go out for okonomiyaki, Haru's like, "Oh, I remember you. Wow.
You have a beard now."
Yeah. I did not recognize you at all.
I like how she's like, "How am I supposed to recognize you with your beard, though?"
Yeah. It's a cool beard too. But,
scruffy look.
Scruffy look, yeah. And so he's, Rikuo's talking about landscapes or portraits. Like, I don't take portraits. I take landscapes.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't like landscapes either.
Oh, yeah,
He's
yeah,
a journalist.
Oh yeah, because he takes documentary photos.
Yeah.
He's very.
He's like, he tells him do you like portraits or landscapes? And he's like, he doesn't like neither.
Yeah. He just does whatever the publishing company wants.
Yeah.
But yeah, in general, he has a lot of knowledge with what's going on with photography and stuff. And Riku was just like, oh my god,
I hate this guy. He's too cool.
This guy right here. he looks so down too.
Yeah,
he talks about it.
The more I look at him, I like his look too.
Oh yeah.
With his hat and stuff.
Like in a different anime, Minato could work as
in this episode, we finally realize that he gets jealous.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. This comes into play because for the longest time we didn't really know kind of what Rikuo kind of felt. I mean, we've obviously know what he feels for Shinako, but for Haru, this is a big moment. This is another. If you can't tell, this is another Haru-centric episode, which we all love here.
Yes, Team Haru all the way.
Haru. Yeah, and then we find out that he shows up at milk hall. Something that I noticed that Riku never did yet.
Oh yeah, it's true.
He's never actually been to the bar itself.
And she's told him. She's told him where she works.
I work at milk hall.
Yeah.
But here you go. Minato shows up.
Within literally seconds.
Yeah. I noticed that it's all the characters that have an infatuation for the other character, they show up to that person's work. So So Minato shows up to, well, actually, I'm going a little bit ahead of myself there. But if you notice, it's kind of a hint. And so while this is going on, Rikuo is hanging out with Shinako and all their college buddies drinking and stuff.
Doing adult stuff.
Okay, not that adult.
School reunion.
Yeah, it's a college reunion. They're drinking and stuff, and they're hanging out with Shinako. Shinako's like, so cool. And Riko's like, I've never seen you drunk before.
And then she's like, I was just in the mood.
But then as they were walking, Minato is also walking Haru back to her house and stuff, and and then while that was going on, Haru's crow is just adorably just like
a toy dog.
Yeah,
in her
just
bag.
hanging out in her bag. Yeah.
So they're walking together. Haru and Minato.
Minato's like, what? Is that normal? That crow's just kind of hanging out with you.
But
and then right when they were walking to Shinako and Riku are also walking there too, and Shinako notices hey, is that Nonaka-kun? It's like a Nonaka-chan. It's like, oh, hi, good evening. And
the big stare down.
Yeah. right when they were still walking away, Shinako they explain it's oh, I was just drinking, and then Haru's like, oh, okay, I was just walking home in Minato, and it's Riku's like, oh,
later. And then
it creates another thing where Haru's angry. He's like, why didn't he ask for Minato? And then he's like, why is Minato there?
Both of them being jealous. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
But then we get, more Minato and Haru, like, they're explaining their past.
Yeah, Minato's like, hey, there was a girl I used to like.
And at this moment, Omar was mad.
Yeah, because Minato's like, there was this girl I like, back
Because
in
he
high
drops
school.
the hints. He drops the hints so well. And obviously, that's the girl's position. She drops it that you like to the guy that she likes him, but he's doing it to her, and she's not picking it up at all. And I'm like, man,
she straight up just said, "Wow, that must be a really lucky girl." Yeah.
So like it's upsetting to look at because
And that brings me back to my previous point, how like all the characters that they have infatuation for like Minato and Haru. Minato goes to milk hall. Haru for Rikuo goes to the convenience store, and then with Rikuo. Also, like, went to the school that one time, too.
Yeah, and then also
I find
at
that
home
interesting.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Because she's always there.
But yeah, so Minato, like, comments, like, oh my gosh, she's so dense. And then Omar's like, oh my god, yes! You are dense!
Well, she is! But we know why. She's, like, obviously she's, like, over heels with Rico.
Yeah.
So, they say...
Can't blame her, she's a young girl in love.
And then we get a flashback, of him looking at her, like when they were still in high school.
Yeah.
And then she admired his picture, which was he found it surprising.
Like, yeah, whatever.
So that's why he went into the photograph.
Mm-hmm.
She was looking at the image.
Yeah.
Yeah. She thought he had a keen eye on photography, and I guess that's what made him pursue it.
Yeah. That's a nice detail.
Yeah.
Like this anime in general is just full of like so many great details.
It's cool because Minato's like holding that and it's like I didn't think I would see her again.
Right. And so like right after that they talk about this contest and stuff that they basically like plan and stuff, and immediately he's thinking like, and immediately Rico's thinking is like, oh my god, Minato, this guy right here.
This guy.
Like, his jealousy, like, went up, like, a few notches ever since he saw Minato and Haru walk home.
Well, I like how Minato's just straightforward. I was like, hey, you and Haru are dating? What's up? I was like, what about you and the other girl? I was like, you dating?
Hinako, yeah.
Like, just straight up asked 21 questions to him.
Minato, like, he wants to size the situation up. Like, that's interesting. You don't see that a lot with a lot of the characters in the show because they're just kind of, like, left to kind of ponder what's going on. But Minato, he's for reasons we won't get into right now, is basically sizing everything up. He's trying to see, okay, so this is what's going on with you. This is what's going on with Haru.
Yeah.
And, and so on and so forth. And, like, a little subtle detail is that, like, right when he's seeing Haru and Rikuo kind of like walk together, he just kind of like goes the other way.
Yeah, it's cool because like he's trying to understand the situation. He's not like like in some animes like he's the bad guy. Oh, he's
no,
the
not at
guy.
all. He's not the bad guy, and like he is in a sense a rival of some sort.
Yeah.
He doesn't really see himself as that kind of guy at all, really.
Yeah. So.
And we'll get to see like more of that later. Like, we kind of go into like a flash forward of kind of like what's going on in his life and stuff, and day to day, college, and like him taking photographs and stuff, and basically him seeing all of this. And then as the week goes on, he visits Milk Hall again.
Every day.
Everything, all of this has a reason. All of this has a point to it.
Or even the barista, she's like, hey, don't you find it kind of weird that he comes here every night?
And this guy doesn't even have a taste for coffee because he's like a coffee elitist. He's like, you just put milk and sugar in everything.
I don't think he likes coffee at all.
No.
You think why? You want to know why he's here? And Haru's like, yeah. And then obviously Haru and Haru meets up with Rico at the convenience store. His second job.
Yeah.
2 jobs.
That was my reaction too. I was like, oh my god, he's still working there.
Haru being sweet as ever.
No, you can't blame her at all.
Oh man, every time she's on the screen, I just want to give her a big old hug.
Yeah. No.
And then
she talks about like her engagement ring and it's like, hey, if you win the prize money, like you can buy an engagement ring. I'm size 15.
It's so cute. It's so adorable, man. Oh my god. That's what makes me love that character. And he's like, that's not what I meant.
It's just so wholesome. And then like the next scene after, she bumps into Minato, and Minato's like, hey, tomorrow you want to hang out for a little bit?
Yeah, like
Whole day?
You free tomorrow for the whole day? Got something. Just want to show you something.
Yeah. And then the very next day is when we go to them going out.
Date.
A date, pretty much, yeah. And he's like, they go around the shipyard, the beach and stuff, and he busts out the instant camera, taking pictures and stuff, and.
Yeah, and then Haru was like, "Why are we here?" And he kind of explains to her like, "Oh, this is the place I like to be when I'm, feeling down or like I don't know where I'm at in life.
Yeah,
and, like, this calms me down at ease."
And after he takes that picture of the seagull, he pops the question, "Hey, Haru,
you want to go out with me?" And then
we just kind of
we all know the answer to that question. Obviously, Haru declines him.
Yeah.
And
Haru explains fully that like I like Rikuo
a lot.
Rikuo, despite what's going on, even though I might be second fiddle.
He's a huge jerk.
He's a huge jerk. He's an asshole. I hate that bastard. He thinks of me as maybe as a backup.
Yeah, I'm second place.
But you know what? If I don't see this thing through the end,
I'm gonna hate myself.
Yeah.
I won't see it through. And
I'm not gonna give up.
Yeah. She's very sweet.
I know.
But
she deserves so much better.
But she had to break it to Minato. Like, hey, I'm just not into you. Like, I don't see you that way.
And the crazy thing was Minato, he knew.
Yeah, he knew the answer. He didn't like cried about it or got mopey. He took it like a man. He was like, okay, I respect your answer. And then it was pretty deep.
Yeah,
very
and
deep.
He
announces
scene. Like, well, I just want to let you know that I dropped out of college.
Yeah.
I have this thing going on. I'm gonna be leaving Japan.
Yeah, it's super cool to see like an anime, that point of view.
Yeah,
it's like, hey, you know what? It's like I wanted to know the answer, and so that way, and later in life, I would not regret what I've done or like what ifs. Because it happens in real life.
Yeah.
With the what if scenarios.
You don't know what you want to do, and so like he takes that initiative and he wants to move out from Japan, and so that was crazy because I was not like maybe he was gonna be a character sticking around, but boy.
For him to be in like just in this episode is very powerful.
Oh yeah.
Very powerful scene.
He made a huge impact.
Yeah. So. And then like I like in the end what they say to each other is like hopefully we see each other someday.
Yeah.
And it's very sweet.
Not any like definitive like answer like yes, no or anything like that. And then Haru like he's like, wait, can we at least have like a handshake?
Yeah. And he's like, I'll see you around.
It was touching.
Deep, man, deep. Very deep stuff. Man.
Remember, there was no social media back in '97.
Nope.
Because this is a manga based off. This is an anime based off a manga that came out in the '90s. So, no social media.
Yeah.
But then cut to the actual results of the competition itself. And Minato wins.
Yeah,
he won.
Oh, with the good picture.
With the best picture.
Yup. First place with Haru, side view, looking at the window, in high school.
Yeah.
It looks amazing in the anime.
It does.
It looks so good.
Gosh. And Haru's like, hey, like I'm pretty I'm pretty, aren't I?
I'm a pretty good model, huh? And then she checks his picture out, and then his picture's a photo of the band member.
Yeah, his coworker from the convenience store, and like him taking a picture from like the side and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's just like, man.
But then his boss has mentioned him. He's like, hey, I heard you got a new camera, so I hope to see a lot of pictures from you.
When he said that, I kind of thought that Minato gave him his camera.
Nah.
That's what I thought in my head.
No, because 2 jobs, man. 2 jobs.
I know.
You get a lot of money with 2 jobs.
That was a good picture though. Like,
yeah, it's really good. Like it's not like I'm like no BS. It's a really good picture. So good first place.
Yeah, great episode. Again, it was like one of the. It was kind of those one-off episodes, but it it was nice though. I mean, the characters, you know, Minato is a one-off character, but
Yeah, good
it was
one-off
a
character.
good one though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good one-off character, man. Like, you know, from I don't know, I'm gonna be honest, like, from him, like, oh man, it's gonna be a love pentagon over here.
Yeah, I know.
So like, he literally exited himself out of that.
I know.
So
That was great.
yeah, great episode. Loved
All right, and now moving on to our last episode of anime we're going to be watching for this week is, of course, Kaguya-sama Love is War Season 2.
Whoop whoop.
So, first scenario, because again, if you guys haven't noticed, this anime is split into different scenarios. The first scenario, we go into Shiragane's sleeping habits.
Oh yes.
How he immediately has a day where he finally gets the proper 8 hours of sleep, and
Yes.
his eyes, you know, he's
Which
always
is
super
true.
squinting.
That is so true though. Like, if you get more sleep, you feel more alive.
You do, yeah.
Cause like if you get like 3 hours, 4, or maybe 5, you feel still dead.
Yeah.
Feel dead inside. So I like that beginning of the episode.
Yeah, and so when he finds like, oh yeah, he's like, what are you talking about? Is it my hair? And he's like doing these little blinks and stuff.
Is it
He's
the
like,
jacket I'm wearing?
No, and you know what? I noticed that like I have to kind of like look into this more like for reference and stuff, but I think her eyes is kind of similar to her sister's eyes.
Oh really?
I think so. I'm gonna have to do some comparisons like on screen and stuff, but yeah, her eyes look very similar to her sister's, like when he's fully rested. So that's actually a good touch if that's true. But I'll put it in a
crazy.
comparison just to kind of like.
That's
check
kinda
the
This
scene.
Chica was, I don't know, she was worried or
Oh
terrified.
yeah, Chico's like, what's going on?
This ain't you, President.
You are not the father.
And then like all these random people,
They're like, hey, you wanna hang out later?
like, hey, good
Like,
morning, how you doing?
Starting
Like,
to notice him way more. And
and then his homeboy is like, whoa, what happened to you, bro? Did you break the curse? He's like, what's wrong with me today? Like, something hanging off of me? He's like, no, bro, you just, I don't know, man. You don't got that look. That old look you have. It's kind of gone. I was like, oh, it's just, I got that beauty rest, baby.
yeah, so then he looked himself into the bathroom and he realizes like, oh wait a minute. Yeah, you're right. Like everybody's noticing like my eyes.
I look
amazing.
gorgeous.
So of course, like the first thing that pops into his mind when he realizes like, wait a minute, I'm super adorable. Is I'm gonna go to Kaguya and I'm gonna see like what her reaction.
She's gonna
is.
fall over here.
She's gonna follow up. He has this whole thing planned on his head. As soon as he goes up to her, Kaguya like just wants nothing to do with it. It's like the opposite reaction from like the moon,
Yeah.
where he's like, oh man, she's probably gonna like think. She's like, oh my god, it looked amazing. And she's like, you should probably prepare for the election.
yeah,
And then you go
speech.
into her mind, and then she's like, what the hell's happening with the president?
He looks so ugly.
He doesn't look cool.
I miss his old look. And it messes with his head. He's like, what the, why is this not working? Maybe I'm gonna try again. He tries again with like the look, and she's just like, yeah, okay, whatever. And again, you're too close to me.
Get away.
He's like, oh my god, it's not working.
No. Unfortunately, no.
Oh.
Hiragane did not succeed at all. And then again, you see what's going on with Kaguya-sama and Kaguya, and then she's just like, oh my god.
He's so ugly right now.
Where's those cool eyes, man?
Where's those determined eyes? So she
Specialized.
in the little next segment, she asks us for advice. Like, hey, I have a friend who.
Oh, and the girl she asked advice for, ironically, was the same girl that asked for a love advice back in season 1.
Yeah,
So it's kind of crazy
funny.
how this kind of all goes back around.
And she says that. She says that too. She's like, oh, she helped me this time. I gotta help her. She's my homegirl.
Yeah. So Kaguya like plays the whole like, oh, my friend card, but Kashiwagi immediately realizes like, wait a minute.
She realized in a second. She's like, oh, we're talking about her. Okay, cool.
It's like, oh wait, no, you're talking about Shiragane, because her and all the other characters know, like all the not as important characters know that like Kaguya and Shiragane have a thing for each other, but they're not like, again, they're so pure that they don't want to take that first step at all. So she's like, is it true love? Like, her eyes, his eyes, like, it just doesn't, I don't understand.
And then while she's hearing it, she's like, true love? All this poor innocent girl.
And then right when they were talking about true love is when Chica literally rushes in and she's like, oh, true love? I heard about true love and I immediately came. And Kashiwagi realizes, wait a minute, I gotta deter the fact that she wants to keep it a secret. I'm the one that needs true love advice.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny how Chica just randomly popped out. I was like, oh, I heard about true love. I got info. So it's just funny, and then like, she literally says like, if you true love is like
You have a gut feeling, so if you have something wrong with the eyes, it's fake. And Kaguya immediately.
My love is fake. Oh no, I knew it all along.
Kashiwagi's like, wait a minute, aren't you? You're talking about you dropped the whole friend thing, and then Ishigami comes. And then it's like, oh, he's probably not gonna care about this whole true love stuff. Like, well, come on.
Hey, but my boy spits knowledge to them, bro. It's like,
he's like, oh, of course. Like, he's disgusted. He's like, in this day and age, nobody can fall love another person without any self-interest involved. I agree. It's foolish.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, I knew he was gonna drop a gem, bro. When that asked him.
Comes from the heart.
So that was pretty cool of him. And then Kaguya's like, yeah, this is, he an idiot sometimes, but he got some words in him.
Yeah. Ishigami's our boy.
And then I think like, the president shows up in there, right?
Oh.
Yeah, he shows up.
Oh no.
He shows up again.
He shows up, but he looks like a zombie because, like, unlike the night before, last night he didn't get any sleep at all.
Yeah,
so he looks straight up like a zombie. So then Kashiwagi's like, oh my god, this is not gonna work out well. And then Kaguya looks at it, and she's immediately just like,
oh my god, he's so hot right now. Like, I need to help you. Let's go to the infirmary. I got this. She can't control herself.
Yeah, and then at the actual legit end, when they're at the infirmary, Hayasaka is like, this
girl got a fetish.
We have to protect her. This is not right.
Oh.
So the second scenario comes, and for those of you guys that have seen Kaguya-sama season 1, there's an episode where she teaches Shirogane how to serve. So this one, instead of going into volleyball, we go into a field of expertise that Chica's actually good in.
Yeah, because Chica's choiring. She's choiring the. Well, I don't know what
she's conducting.
Yeah, she's conducting the whole school to sing like their school anthem or something.
Yeah.
And then when she's doing it, she realizes that Shirogane is like lip singing that thing.
Yeah, like a robot.
And she's like, I ain't having none of that. You better sing next time I see you up there. And then he goes up to he's like, girl, I can't sing. I was like, if anything, I'm decent. Like, don't make me do this.
Like, wait a minute, decent? And she immediately has flashbacks to the volleyball.
I was like, I don't want to help him again, but I got to.
Like, wait a minute. You said you're kinda bad, right? Yes, I'm kinda bad.
Yeah, so but she decides to help him again because she's an expert in this field, unlike the volleyball one where she knew the basics.
Yeah.
So she's like, all right, let's see your skills, let's see your singing talents.
And then immediately you hear like demonic.
Demonic voices, dying birds coming out of his mouth.
The demons casually being summoned in the corner because of how bad he's singing.
Yeah, he sings terrible, and we get that famous Chica face like, like what did I get myself into?
Yeah.
But you gotta love Chica though, cause she don't give.
She keeps it real. She doesn't sugarcoat anything. Yeah. She just straight up says, "You're absolutely tone deaf. That is the worst thing I've ever heard."
Decent? Yeah, right. But she keeps her word though. She's like, all right, we're gonna get this through. I'm gonna help you, even if it kills me.
Yeah. So she's like, okay, let's try with one note. So, and then she's like, so.
Just terrible.
Oh, she looks like she's dying though. She's like, when she's trying to like get him to sing right, but then eventually practice does make perfect. and they get
and
the
this
note
one, I don't
down.
know how long they trained for it. Was it just like that day?
I assume it's like within a matter of like.
Because
a
I
couple days.
remember in the volleyball one, it took them like a couple days to get decent. So I don't know if like this one was like a day or two.
So just like the volleyball one, where she like at first she teaches him how to serve. It basically goes from teaching him how to serve, or in this case, teaching him how to sing a note, to just straight up just singing.
Yeah, like how to keep a note there. It was like, no, she does. No, honestly, she does a good job of teaching him.
Oh yeah, she's basically his sensei.
Yeah, so like I said, props to Chica. Always, never gives up on her friends.
Oh, but then when like after everything is said and done, and like they they talk about it, like we get the tragic backstory as to kind of like what happens and like what happened, like how he stopped singing since like middle school. Everyone's like, just try to lip sync.
Yeah, like his whole life, his whole school life, they told him just to lip sync the songs because everybody knew how terrible he was.
And so that's when she was like, you know what? I'll teach you.
Yeah, I got you, fam.
I'll make a singer out of you yet.
I'm gonna make a singer out of you. And then the big day happens where the whole school's there. Chica ready with her conducting.
She conducts, and then she notices the beauty and elegance of Shiragane's voice. She's
like he's doing it.
She tears up, and then when she does, it kind of reminds me of Hibike Euphonium with like with the music sections in that anime. How like they go into like really like great detail, and so like the animation's also like of her crying. She's like,
yeah, she breaks down.
Tears up. Yeah, she's super emotional.
There's like a point she's not even conducting no more. She's just like down on her knees.
Yeah.
But the school just keeps going. It's like, all right, we still gotta do this.
What sucks though is that like because it's the whole school, like like performing like the national, not the national anthem, the school anthem.
Yeah, the school anthem.
Everyone, like the whole school, pretty much saw her like just go on her knees and start crying.
Yeah. No, did we do good or we were that terrible?
Are you guys okay?
And then Shiragane, he's like, I
really did it. Kaguya's like, hey, what's going on?
And then Chica just.
Oh, and then the hug.
She just needed a hug. Saying how she's so proud of him again. Chica's a great teacher.
And then we get to our third segment.
The final.
The sabotage.
Gonna sabotage the president candidates.
So all the candidates so far, Kaguya is like, basically trying to sabotage them. She invites one candidate like to the student council room one by one, and they drink tea, and all of a sudden, one of these candidates doesn't want to compete anymore, and so she realizes, okay, who's next on the list? Okay, Miko Ino. From the last episode.
It's like real politics. You gotta get dirt on these people.
And Hayasaka is the one that, like, again, going around getting dirt and like knowing like, oh, so Miko's parents are like a high judge and stuff. And again, Hayasaka, she does work. Like, I'm surprised that she's just not like.
She should be a hitman.
I know. An assassin.
But yeah, even when she was finding info on was it Miko, yeah. Oh, Miko. She does have nothing on her. She got no dirt. Not her or her family. So
she invites her to some tea.
Kaguya-sama has to do some planning.
Mm-hmm.
Pull some tricks up her sleeves.
Yeah, and at first it was like working well because she was asking her like hard questions. It was like, hey, I noticed that like every single time you try to go for these positions, you never get it. And she's like, oh my god. So she got her on the ropes, and then right when that happens. Right when she thought she got him, she immediately said, like, you and Shiragane need to get together, and then that immediately...
It threw Kaguya off curve.
Yeah. She was immediately like, what? What are you talking about? It's like, yeah, you two, you hang around each other so much, why don't you guys marry each other? And it's just like, marriage?
You think so? So it throws off Kaguya's game off. So it's like she keeps ramming on.
And then like Miko, like again turning the table, she's like, why don't you join me?
Join the dark side.
Basically, yeah. And Kaguya was even considering it too because she was like, she was thinking like, okay, if you join, then you and Shirogane can make it into like my cabinet.
Yeah, our council.
And then Kaguya thinks like, wait a minute, if he's not present anymore, then that means he could be able to relax more.
Yeah.
We could be together way more. And then she brings up like all these different like, it's like, oh, we can pick trash. We could do this, and she's like, yay, yay. And then right when Miko's like, no romance though.
Oh yeah, with her strict rules and stuff.
Yeah.
That she's famous for.
Wait a minute. No romance is like, yes, no romance. I'm gonna beat these natures, like beat it right in.
Yeah, you're gonna get this 6 feet rule distance from each other at all times.
Yeah.
There's no touch.
No, not even 6 feet. They straight up said like 50 feet or something like that. Yeah, it's crazy.
Might as well.
She's crazy.
She might as well have just an all girls school at this point.
Yeah.
Or all boys school.
I know, right?
That's funny.
But yeah, so then they tease that like the episode right after this one is gonna be election day, so we're finally gonna get closure as to who's gonna win the election between Shirogane and Miko. Oh, it's 50 centimeters. 50 centimeters, my bad.
Yeah, so
we'll look into what
they filed a cliffhanger saying, all right, next episode is gonna be election day, baby.
Boop boop.
Yeah, so good episode.
Good episode, solid episode, a lot of great jokes, and oh my gosh, Chica was great in this episode.
Chica MVP again.
All right, and so that basically does it for this week's worth of episodes. Great so far.
Yeah, all of them were pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
Not like I think like last week I didn't like Gleipnir as much.
Oh yeah, Gleipnir was a little slow, but
this one I did like more.
So anyway, so moving.
Oh, go. Sorry.
Oh yeah, my bad. They had something else to say. But yeah, no. Moving into moving away from anime and into games, we're gonna be talking about Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah, this surprised me. This shocked me actually.
Yeah, because it was like May 5th was when we got
the teaser.
The teaser. No, May 5th was when they were saying like, okay, tomorrow we're gonna be talking about.
And I thought they
trailer.
I thought they were just gonna do new characters.
Yeah.
Which obviously there are, but it's another story pack. I was like, oh, that's interesting. That's cool. They've never done that before.
Yeah.
Is the continuation to the story?
Yeah. So like Shang Tsung comes up and he's like, hey, you guys are screwing up.
Yeah.
let's really fix the timeline and stuff. Timelines and mumbo jumbos and stuff.
Shang Tsung comes back. A lot of the DLC characters that have been released so far,
they get their shine. Yeah,
they get their time to shine in the story.
I guess probably not the guest characters like Spawn. Well, maybe.
Well, maybe we'll see.
Or Terminator, Joker.
Maybe.
I don't think they'll show up in the story DLC.
Yeah.
But
so,
the characters it's just the 3, right?
Just these 3 so far, as far as I know. It's Shiva, Fujin, and RoboCop.
Which is cool.
Yeah, Fujin we haven't seen, like, besides Armageddon, we haven't seen since Mortal Kombat 4.
I never played like those titles, so
I
didn't know who Fujin was. So
oh yeah,
he looks cool.
Well, yeah, MK4 they set him up to be like the new god of Earth.
Oh really?
Because Raiden moved to becoming Elder God of like just in general. But that was in the original timeline before the MK9 reboot.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, like...
That's why Fujin's here.
Yeah. Well, again, Fujin was also an MKX, but that was just for story
Didn't they
mode.
kill him off?
Not really. They kill him off screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, off screen, but...
Yeah, that's why I heard, like, Fujin died or something. But yeah, Fujin comes in.
And they mentioned him dying in, like, a lot of the story, like the intro sequences, like they mentioned him dying, and they mentioned Takeda also dying too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot of characters for some reason just got axed. But yeah, I'm glad.
Oh, and then stage fatalities are back.
Stage fatalities, yeah, and then classic stages in general too, like the Deadpool. No relation to the Marvel character. The Soul Chamber, and then friendships.
Yes.
Oh my god,
the best
I've been
thing.
wanting friendships back since forever.
Oh my god, I couldn't.
Have not seen that since MK3.
That thing was awesome with Scorpion. It was like, get over here, and he pulled out a giant teddy bear. And he's like, ah.
Yeah. No, and these are way more creative too, because the problem with the MK2 friendships was that they were so generic. Like all the ninjas had like dolls. So it's like buy a Sub-Zero doll, buy a Scorpion doll. But this one's like get over here, and he gets a teddy bear.
And then Sub-Zero like
He gets the ice cream. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, it's so cool. I can't wait to see all the friendships of all the characters.
Like I'm curious what they're gonna be doing with this new story, because it's like it's right after everything gets like rebooted, like the whole timeline with spoilers for MK11 stories. It's right after like the timeline gets reset pretty much again. Mm-hmm. But we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, and even in the trailer they explain like how don't trust Shang Tsung, but then Shang Tsung's the one like
Dude,
trust me, I could fix this.
Do you think they're gonna tie into the MK movie?
Are they making a new MK movie?
No. I mean, not about the original MK movie.
Oh.
Because his design is based off of
which
the
is
MK movie.
That's
Shang
super
Tsung.
cool. Yeah. And what do you think of RoboCop though?
He's cool. I mean, it's kind of cool that like we have another movie robot now.
Yeah.
Because we have
RoboCop versus Terminator.
We have the T800 versus RoboCop.
Yeah. I want to see what he would do.
Yeah. Same here.
There's things on the internet that saying like he probably might be boring, just walking stiff.
What? We'll have to wait and see.
Shoot a gun.
I want a Tin Man mod for RoboCop.
Oh God.
From Wizard of Oz.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Dead or alive, come with me.
I want a heart. All right, and now moving away from just Mortal Kombat, we're just gonna move into our own personal wants for what we're looking forward to for games. That's not just Mortal Kombat. So to start off, I guess with me. Actually, no. Let's start off with you, Omar. What are you looking forward to?
Like, I guess to buy like video game wise, I'm looking forward to The Last of Us Part 2.
Okay. Yeah.
Even though like the internet's like up in craze of what's happening in that story.
Yeah.
I still want to figure out what happens because it's been a long time since the first one.
The first one came out 2013.
Yeah, so
that was 7 years ago.
A long time. So
yeah.
I've been waiting for it. And it comes out next month. So
Yay!
It was supposed to come out I think a couple months ago. From today, but they pushed it back. So obviously the pandemic.
Yeah.
So it's cool. It's cool. That and Ghost of Tsushima. That I'm also looking forward to.
Yeah.
That looks really cool, and just looks beautiful and samurais, ninjas.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait. I still don't know what's all about. So
what to make of it? Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't wait to play that game.
For
and
sure.
then I think that's pretty much. I guess Guilty Gear.
Yeah.
Guilty Gear Strive. Yeah, that game looks awesome too. Looks great. And obviously, I want to know the smell of the game.
Any games that you've been playing though, like recently?
Oh, recent fighting games? I haven't been playing fighting games much. And then,
like what'd you buy and stuff like just games in general that you bought?
I only bought I recently finished Final Fantasy VII remake. Yeah. So that when I was at the Square Enix store, I was just browsing by, and then there was a Tifa and Aerith figurines. They were on pre-order, so I was like, click. Cost me a fortune, but I was like, I'm worth it.
It's all good. I mean, we all got a little bit richer from
Yeah. So that's probably like until like September, so I can't wait to get that.
Nice.
But yeah, Final Fantasy remake. You haven't played it, play it. Really good.
Yeah. Really
good reboot to that story.
What about you, David? What are you looking forward to?
I got games pre-ordered. Cyberpunk 2077.
Ooh, okay.
That, yeah.
The Tales of Arise.
You can customize your junk in Cyberpunk.
What?
It's a meme I've heard. Like you can be able to customize your junk.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Okay, I didn't know about that.
From what I heard.
Yeah, tell me off the podcast. Well,
jeez.
After hours.
Ghost of Tsushima. Fairy Tail.
Oh yeah.
Fairy Tail RPG game.
Oh.
Yeah. There's a Fairy Tail RPG.
When's that coming out?
I think towards. I'm not sure. Okay. I just have it pre-ordered right now, but I'll check later on.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's
and
cool.
Then, is it wrong to pick up girls in the dungeon?
Ah, yes. My favorite.
But is it wrong though? That's the question.
Is it though?
Infinite Combat. And then Last of Us. It's part 2 as well.
Nice.
He had more on his list. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
And then, I guess my wants right now, to buy more PC parts and couple figurines and wall scrolls.
Did you have a figurine in mind?
A lot.
Like, what's
way too many to name?
If you had, like, if you could pick one right now, like anyone could buy it for you right now, what would it be?
A saber one.
Like a bigger model one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Toria.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. I know which one he's talking about. I think it's pricey.
Alright, and now, I guess last but not least, me. Games that I've been looking forward to a lot. It's just one in particular that kind of comes to mind is Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition.
Have you played that one before?
No, I mean, was it the original?
Yeah.
The original is one of my top 5 games of all time.
Oh damn!
It is, yeah.
Did y'all hear
it is. The original Xenoblade Chronicles is like one of my favorite games, just period.
Damn.
But yeah,
Even cosplayed.
Yeah, I even cosplayed as Dunban. I'm not gonna put it on here, but
You should.
You could put up the character.
I'll put up the character. Dunban. Dunban. Yeah, no, it's great though because like the game is gonna be getting a full blown makeover. It's gonna look a lot prettier. It has a more, it's like a mix between the Xenoblade 2 art style and like the original art style. In concept art, not the actual models, because we discussed about it prior off camera, and then like David's not a huge fan of the visuals. Here's a comparison right here between the old game and the new one, and yeah, it's understandable again, like why people would be turned off from the old game's art, but you know, it is what it is. But we're finally getting a much more prettier version. It's coming with a brand new epilogue too. So it's kind of a sequel, sort of, but not really. And it's available right off the bat to play as soon as you start the game, which is really cool.
I wonder how long that's gonna be.
I have no idea. Like again, I feel like it's comparable to something like Persona 3 FES because they did the same thing too, where you have the main game Persona 3 available to play, but then the epilogue you could also be able to play that, and that one was 30 hours. So I don't know. Yeah, the epilogue for Persona 3 was 30 hours. So I don't know what they're going to be doing with Xenoblade Chronicles X. X?
Oh, that's another game.
Oh, that's a game that should be coming out. Hey, if that game comes out again on Switch, I'd buy it. But as far as games that I'm looking forward to that's being released, that's the only one that's kind of like on my mind that's been wanting to come out. The ones that I've been wanting to come out have already came out. So Final Fantasy VII Remake, Persona 5 Royal, Doom Eternal. Those games were like on my to buy list, and lo and behold, I bought them.
Where's Animal Crossing, bro?
I don't have too much history with the series, sadly. My sister does, but not me. But yeah, so I guess in terms of games that I've been playing is Persona 5 Royal. I beat that game in completion with the quarantine going on. I've been able to. I had like 2 weeks basically. I was able to play that game nonstop, and I clocked in like 125 hours. And yeah, it's fun. The new content. Yeah, I played through the original when that game first came out, and like the content in the original was really great. But you know, there were, of course, a couple minor things that I kind of wished was different.
So for the people, should get Royals.
For the people that's never played Persona 5, get Royal, because this is
full package.
By far the full package. There's no reason to really go back into the first version of the game. Like even though it's much cheaper, if you've never played Persona 5, I would say get Royal for sure. Get Royal, and if possible, wait for a little bit of a price drop, maybe like when it's $40 or so. But yeah, it's a great game. It's fantastic. I love the additions. I love the new characters, the new palace. I'm not gonna spoil it here, but yeah, it's great.
No spoilers, bro.
What are you planning to buy?
Planning to buy Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive. But as far as like what I'm planning on buying, like releases wise, I'm planning on rebuilding my repertoire of like of classic like PS2 and Wii games. Like
Okay.
I've been kind of looking into like buying because those games like games and stuff are like super cheap now. Because recently I never played No More Heroes, but since No More Heroes 3 is a huge deal now,
Yeah.
and it's coming out and stuff, I actually went out to buy No More Heroes on the Wii.
How's that?
So I haven't played it yet.
Oh, okay.
I was planning on playing it like maybe this weekend, so probably, hopefully by the next time, next podcast or so, I'll probably probably let you guys know.
Yeah, 'cause I never played that game either.
Yeah, so I'll be able to.
Plus, it was a Wii title, so.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You didn't grow up with the Wii at all.
No,
Yeah.
not at all. Unless you talk about Wii Sports Resort, then hell yes.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's a good game. I don't know what you're laughing about.
No, all my major purchases I pretty much done beforehand. Like I was also kind of like building a computer and stuff too for the longest time, and my computer's been going strong. I haven't really bought any new parts in the past year, so I already have like a GTX 1080 Ti, so I'm pretty much golden. I'm pretty much set
Damn.
for a little bit anyway.
Lucky.
All right, so I guess to wrap things up, this has been week 5 of the Anime Squad podcast. My name is Robbie.
And this is Omar.
And this is David.
Remember to like, subscribe, and comment on the video if you like what you guys are seeing so far, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.